We're going to start soon here. Looks like they're a little bit behind here, but not too bad.
Yeah, as you noted, Lana, this is getting toward the end of the round of 16. Just one more match tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, 3 Eastern, between Tenet and Jim, and then our quarterfinalists will be set, which is pretty remarkable. It's been a really fast and exciting tournament, as one would hope from a Casual Boots tourney.
Funktioniert hat. Ich wünsche dir viel Erfolg. Good luck, sobald es losgeht. Ja, ich warte hier gerade noch, wie gesagt, Nekoni. Wir schreiben gerade schon.
What you're hearing right now is Teto talking to his stream.
Er wird gleich jetzt den Ton für sich bereitstellen. Mir ist es egal. Wir müssen jetzt nur gucken, ob jemand noch von der Crew irgendwas machen möchte.
But you're right, this has been a really fast tournament here. Running pretty smoothly. Races took a while to schedule, but gosh, everything once it kind of went on here, single elimination has turned it into a fast tournament.
Yeah, it's definitely an exciting way to go about handling the playoffs. I mean, definitely easier for the runners knowing, hey, this is your shot. Win in advance, just find a way. And some of these playoff matches have really come down to the wire. Gamachu the other day narrowly survived as the top seed, and it should only get better from here with the caliber of runners that remain.
Exactly. It's going to be a good show here between these two. AFG has been around for a while, but put up a really good fight in the main tournament. And Teto, kind of likewise, he's been up and coming, but he's been putting on a great show, getting really far into tournaments.
Yeah, these two runners enter today having lost just a lone race between the two of them. Teto split in pool play with Willard J. Bradley, and there's zero shame in doing that. Otherwise, 15-1 combined record in this tournament. Just outstanding performance.
It is. These two are not to be trifled with for sure. Apologies for the delay, everybody. It should be starting here momentarily. Chad, I do hope you've all had a fantastic day so far.
AFG with the nice good luck, have fun message for Teto as we are hopefully about to get underway.
Yeah, looks like they're just getting underway here, so it should be just a minute here. Won't take long.
And for those who, at this point, probably familiar with the mode of Casual Boots, but for those who aren't, obviously it's a standard start. We have to go through the opening sequence, but we get to start with the boots. We get a sword from our uncle, and then proceed from there. $20 in the players' houses, but as we say, I don't think we actually saw the players dash through the bushes at the beginning. You do get to dash even though you don't have a sword on the sprite at the very beginning, which is always fun to see. But they're going to pick up their actual sword right now and $5 additional.
Yay, money!
And a nice trio of bombs. Obviously, we won't need those to open the very back of Escape here with the boot start, but you never turn down early bombs, particularly with Kakariko often on the near horizon.
That's some background stuff. Apologies, everybody.
Both players picking up the key from that first chest here in Escape. Obviously, the 2 dungeon items that we're on the lookout for are the small key that will happen at least by Dark Cross and the map.
Evil shield.
It didn't take very long, unfortunately.
Yeah, sometimes you can't avoid it. But even if I was racing, if that first chest has a shield, I reset. I'm lost, don't care.
Fair enough. So we see Teto here opting for hot strats on the ball and chain, AFG going with the sword swipes, and still wind up finishing about the same point.
Well, pot strats are slower, but they are much safer. So if you're not comfortable fighting those chain guards, then heck yeah, use those pots. 2 of them, take them on out.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd much rather survive this early part of Escape than have to do it all again. That's a much bigger time sink than grabbing a couple pots. As a runner yourself, Lana, is there any particular time that you aim for heading out of Escape here in casual boots?
Well, let's see. Usually, without the mirror, I think I tend to aim for about 5:35. I think it's 5:35.
Yeah, I've heard different times, and I don't tend to hit those lower times myself, so it's always remarkable when folks can pull off the really quick escape, and both these players are having very little trouble here, as one would expect.
I think anything under 5:45 is a really, really, really good time. Really, like, if you get good RNG everywhere, like 5:35-ish is usually about, I think, where you can end up without too much effort. Or if you don't have too much trouble, I should say.
A nice early mail upgrade for the players obviously makes things a little bit easier, especially in these seeds where, you know, you can potentially wind up with early Dark World access, but not much firepower.
Oh my gosh, I had 30 seconds at it. It's like, I'm sorry, 4:15 or 5:15 is usually what you kind of aim for. 5:05, I think, is like a really good time. I don't know where I added that 30 seconds on, but how about you? What's your preferred time?
Well, I would love for the really low time, but I'm averaging about 5:30 and getting better, so I'm happy with that. And I did not see a map.
Let's see if these two remember. I love this little game. Who is not going to loot the chest?
Oh.
Love it.
Definitely not something that's going to be hanging over their head, at least.
I totally missed that map check.
I think I saw Crystal, Eastern, and 5-6 on Hera, but I did not spot Desert.
Early flippers. Well, That's interesting. Could cause them to really want to get that 500 for Zora.
Yeah, that's one of those early items that definitely raises an eyebrow.
Ooh, interrupted the middle of the tree pole. It's like 5 some bush grabs. Not too much going on there. Oh no, those are hearts. Even worse.
And just 20 on Lumberjack, so we don't need to kill Aga for that at least.
Ah, regular crystal at desert. Okay, regular crystals, eastern, desert, and like you said, 5-6 here. AFG thought about it for a split second. He was like, I don't need that heart piece.
So it looks like both runners heading to Kakariko with their trio of bombs, and ample money for Bottle Vendor makes sense.
Bottle vendor money, but so far nowhere close to Zora, which could be a check you want to do. And if they get a glove, they can still do pull a hand, but otherwise those flippers kind of cause them not to be able to do that. Ooh, hammer and Samaria out of blindside so far, not bad.
Wow. Most definitely take that. And again, especially in a mode like Kaz Boots, where you start with a sword, you kind of always have in the back of your head from the outset that you've already started on the way to an Aga starter pack. So if you can start finding this Dark World access, that's kind of preferred.
Very true. My understanding is this mode has a slightly higher chance of being Aga, so Oh, okay. Well, we're a glove away from Dark World access at this point with that Moon Pearl. Ew, second shield. Game, please.
Third shield on Bottle Guy.
And our Dark World.
Well, thank you, Kakariko.
No Aga today. Logically or otherwise, because you got flippers, you got logical access to East Dark World. You're a bow away from Pod Eastern.
Yeah, potentially really quick start to this seed for these players. It's going to be interesting now because that opened up a lot of stuff at once.
It does. Oh, and a fire rod. Holy moly. So, Skullwoods, anybody?
Yeah. I mean, if they want, they can go right into Dark World and full clear Skull and Thieves, depending on what they are.
Ooh, and Teto skipping both race game check and on the library. We'll find out what it is from AFG here.
Definitely an interesting call.
Good knowledge, knowing that that tree provides a full magic refill, and Teto with the play avoids nothing. Oh, 5-6 at Skull, green pendant at Turtle Rock, other pendant at, looks like, or another pendant at Pod.
Yeah, I think Swamp is a pendant as well. So Pod, Swamp, PR.
Oh, good lord. All right, early flippers, but here's your pendant Swamp Palace. Have fun. This means we're about to get our Ice Rod, right?
Oh, for sure. Ice Rod on Moth. AFG being a little more thorough with this overworld check. Yeah, well, okay.
like I said. But also got a flute, which is required and is going to help with mobility.
That's pretty funny.
Sorry, chat.
Yeah, I can definitely see the merits to both of these early game routes. I think myself, I would probably be doing what AFG is and just being a little more thorough with the light world, overworld first. But with players of his skill, like Teto, I mean, Fighter Sword 5 Heart Moth, he can probably take it on.
It's definitely something you got to watch out for, be careful with. But overall, yeah, it is very doable. Got that hammer out, not even planning on using that fire rod. Ooh, gotta be careful, Teto. Got a hobo check going on from AFG. Ten sticks.
Spikes are just not being kind to Teto here.
Martha's just not cooperating. But Tato's doing the right thing. Gotta keep your calm, keep your distance, and wait for your opportunities. One hit territory from anything down here, be careful. Oh,
That's
no.
tough.
That's hard. AFG gets mobility for his extra checks, gets a scary ice rod that he doesn't want any part of. I got a bug net, which is practically go mode in itself, so that's good. A lamp in the back of Skull. Gotta love it.
Definitely a location for it, for sure.
A moth hiding a flame. And it's technically Firelock Fire. Okay, Teto not deterred though. Gonna farm some magic and go for round 2.
And, that lamp is actually a decent pickup if he wants to utilize that instead of the fire rod to save some magic.
It is, but you still gotta be careful. Oh no.
It was a Gibdos party.
Yeah, those Gibdos tend to gang up on you. Not much you can do sometimes. And unless you have a higher mail upgrade, which they do, they got blue mail. They can take off 2 hearts a hit, but right now 1 is still 20% of your health.
AFG, meanwhile, being exceptionally thorough here, using this flute to head out to desert, check the ledge, which was just 5 rupees, and do a quick Agina check.
And what Tato's doing is a pretty good call. Oh, gotta beef your troubles. Basically, the worst case is that with all these extra checks, you end up having extra health, extra safety. And then you can a little more safely and comfortably start getting these dungeons done. Oh, this is okay. AFG is being super thorough. But did find a bow, so I did not see that.
I missed it as well.
So we know Pod is technically in Logic with that lamp readily available in the back of Skullwoods and Silvers. Oh, Teto, watch out.
Ooh.
Oh, and another unfortunate moth death. Yeah, I think Tato's cutting his losses, heading on out, gonna be back later. Show Moth who's boss.
Yeah, I mean, both those fights were exceptionally close to ending. Teto gave it a good run. And I'm sure he'll clean it up pretty handily the next time through.
So
But,
Teto's... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that these bow finds here for AFG actually work out really perfectly for him in terms of being able to clear these couple dungeons, and then, as you noted earlier, you know, perhaps be in a little better health-wise position for when he heads to that Skull Thieves area.
On Silvers also take out Gibdos in one hit if needed, so if he does elect to go to Skull Woods, he'll be a little bit safer in a couple of ways. But also does have those 2 bottles. Not a whole lot of money. And they both came with bees, but maybe they're both good bees. Teto having to be careful again. Oh no! Skullwoods is not treating him kindly.
No, it is. It's not a fun dungeon when you aren't super well geared up. They Gibdos and the spikes hanging all over the place can be very unkind. Teto's still searching for that second item too.
It's like that second item will be hiding out on Mothula. So both items, I think, in the back of Skull Woods. Unless the big key's on Moth, and then that's got the item. Okay, we get Mitts and Outcasts. Mirrorless Smiths, anybody? Okay, AFG picks up some needed money in Eastern Palace. So could go take care of the Zora area if he wants to do so, or maybe save up the money and go right to Pod.
Teto finding a cape here in Thieves Town and half magic.
Oh, darn, that would have made Moth so much safer. Probably going to go right up to Mouth for some revenge right when we're done. But that is 2 items out of the front of Thieves, I believe.
I think you're right. And for AFG, these silver arrows are going to make this Armos fight even easier.
Ooh, Teto gets the God Pixel. Well played.
That's always exceptionally impressive to see.
Third item in Eastern is a red rupee, but that is first crystal on the board, just sub of 20 minutes for AFG. So it's going to be very interesting. AFG is going to have the mitts, and be able to go right to the Mire area, but no medallion, no mirror. Yeah, so bad B for one of them, good B for the other. Oh, lets them both go. Okay, so gonna spend Zora money.
Does get a fairy from the Pyramid Fairy bottle refill though, so at least something helpful.
Yeah, good safety. Okay, Zora with the tax return, the 60% return on purchase.
It's better than what you get most of the time, at least.
Could be worse. And you're set money-wise for the rest of the game as well, so you're good.
Teto has made his way to blind and pretty expertly navigates that fight for his first crystal.
And AFG getting his dungeon knowledge. Okay, let's find out what Johnny has for us today. Ooh, a sword. In itself, Mothula looking pretty much manageable now. And desert access. Okay, so AFG's thoroughness is getting him access to what? Desert? Can be Skull, Thieves Town.
Yeah, he's in pretty good position. He's going to get those mitts when he gets into village, so that will open up ice as well.
True. No current access to East F Mountain. But otherwise, the world is their oyster right now. And still don't have to worry about mirror as much. Then you're like, okay, let the mirror be in G team.
Yeah. Yeah, because in terms of, you know, our crystal dungeons, they will only need technically a Meyer medallion for go, but then I don't know everybody's hovering capabilities with regard to hookshot.
You know, I'm not entirely sure if either of these two hover. I am not sure. Get those arrows, AFG. Heck yeah.
So the divergence continues here. AFG continuing to clean up the light world as he heads to desert, as Teto goes to exact a bit of revenge here on Moth.
That Ether making quick work of that room. Teto's about to show Mothula. This is what I meant to do the first time I came here. Mothula summoned all those spikes, good lord. And Moth goes down second crystal for Teto, a little over 25 minutes. Holy moly.
Good, $20 for his efforts.
So with any luck, AFG will just one-shot this, and we'll be able to get both dungeon items out of the back. And only item that they'll probably check will be the big key chest. We'll see if Teto decides to go ahead and hit up South Shore while he's here.
And the good news for Teto is there are two very readily available bows, which are going to help him get right back in the mix with regard to Eastern and Pod, and he's going to pick one up right here.
I think at this point, we just need either a hookshot or mirror, and the medallion required for Meyer. Is that it?
Yeah, I believe so.
And Teto saying no thank you to any of the fish-related checks. Gonna go ahead and save quit. Maybe checking.
Nope, apologies.
Oh, you're good. Go ahead.
Just saying, it definitely makes sense when you find that flute. Go activate it, or don't activate it.
I was thinking maybe a quick run over to King's Tomb, but
yeah, that absolutely makes sense.
Oh yeah, sick kid. How you doing? Apparently not that well.
It's a little dark. Do better, sick kid.
Exactly. Just giving you a little love.
So at this point, there's probably a decent chance that these runners are going to start crossing over to the checks that the other did, with AFG heading into the Dark World, and Teto activating his flute, which can open up those couple extra checks and potentially get him over to the Eastern and Pod areas quicker.
Yeah, Pod is certainly looking suspect, but of course I think first you gotta knock out Skull Thieves, Ice Palace.
Get the Meyer medallion check. That's interesting. That was fast.
I think that was Ether. I think we're good there. And a third sword in Meyer Shed.
Well then. I do like that play from Teto, though, even though you know it's going to be a quick save and quit most likely, just to get that information with the amount of things that this seed has already thrown at the players. It seems valuable.
It's unfortunate AFG decided to go ahead and clear out the front of Skull Woods, though.
We are getting our first look at Ice Palace today here from Teto. According to a chat, it might have been Quake for the Meyer medallion.
Was it Quake? You're right, it was a quick check. I thought it was Ether, but hard to say. Funny that both these runners have 2 crystal dungeons done, but they're 2 different dungeons. Different routes. Sorry.
No, apologies. Yeah, it's been remarkable, the divergence in this route, but I guess that's a testament of what can happen when you get that super early Dark World access and the choices that it forces you to make.
See ya, Mothula!
And Moth played a little nicer for AFG, and AFG took full advantage. Nice combination of fire rod, hammer, and sword slashes.
Well, AFG was able to go after Moth more aggressively. A bigger sword, more health. So was able to push Moth out of the corners, whereas Teto had to kind of keep his distance. And like you said, Moth played a little bit better. Whereas for AFG, the spikes were behaving, and for Teto, the spikes were just everywhere Teto was.
Yeah. And that's tough. I mean, as you noted earlier, I mean, it's a gamble that you take early in a seed like this, but these players are such high level that sometimes you need to take that early gamble of pushing these dungeons, and you just get a bad break here or there with Moth RNG or something like that, and, you know, it can hurt you a little bit, but Teto's done a good job of making up time and working his way back here as he drops down to Cold Stare for what will hopefully be his 3rd crystal.
And AFG is scouting out that red rupee, so when he gets that cape from Thieves Town, not going to think much of it. See ya, Cold Stare. Oh, hi, Meyer.
Hello.
And AFG continuing to be very, very thorough with the overroll checks. But so far, he's fighting just enough progression that it kind of keeps him in things. Whereas Teto probably feels, hey, if I get progression to go somewhere, I'm going to that place, because I kind of died a couple times at Mothula. Don't feel too good about that.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. And it's always interesting, the psychology of racing, when, you know, how one mistake or a death or something like that makes you feel. Especially when you have no idea how your opponent has played to that point as well.
And now a check from Teto that not everybody thinks about while they're up there. You've got a cape, half magic. You've got your hammer, your glove, spike cape. And $20. we haven't said this enough so far, but everybody, don't forget to follow Teto and AFG. They're putting on a great show for us. And either one of them are more than capable of winning the tournament, flat out. Also, give a follow to my Coco, Maria Stark, and our tracker, Nervin Dolch. Doing a fantastic job clicking those buttons. We greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Please give a follow to my co-com Lana Bean if you want to see some outstanding gameplay and just have a chill time. It's a great place to go hang out when Lana's playing these seeds.
Oh, thanks. Teto immediately says goodbye to that good bee. I don't need your money.
Given that Tato's coming here without the mirror, so he's not going to be an immediate mirror into or back into Dark World for Pod, do you think that he will check Saha before going to Pod?
With as behind as he feels, yeah, I'd say you should still do it. Simply because it is 3 items. I mean, it's as many checks as Ice Palace in like 4 seconds. And you're still not in go mode yet, so yeah, I'd say you do that. You're here. Basically, what we're still looking for is a way to go through Death Mountain. So either a hook shot preferred for these runners, or a mirror, not as preferred with Swamp being available after that. And that is about it, I think.
Yeah, if Fire is indeed Quake, then hookshot would be the ideal way for these players to just go full on go mode here.
Neither of the dungeons that they're currently in are going to have what they're looking for, so unknowns at this point are Mire and Pod. And Catfish, I think. Pyramid. Is that really all we have?
I think we have the Smith chain too.
Oh, you are right. We don't have a mirror for that, so nobody's wanted to start that.
Completely understandable.
Yeah, they have a flute, making that decision a little bit easier. But, like, do you do that? Do you go to Pod? Just something these two are going to have to decide about, and it could very well decide the race. Okay, 4 crystals for Teto, 5 for AFG. Or is that 4 for each? That's 4 for each.
Yes.
Well, no mode is what I mentioned, but otherwise, these runners are still looking for a little bit that the other half.
Teto indeed does get his silvers, so that's certainly heartening for him.
Unfortunate just after you do Armos, but it's what it is. I mean, you do Saha if you have to run there from Link's house, but otherwise, if you're fluting a 5, you're just running north.
First check on the Smith, and it's just another bottle with a fairy in it here.
So with the amount of overroll that AFG has been checking, and with the amount of overroll that Tato's been just not doing, that's been very good for Teto with the deaths in Skullwoods. That buys a lot of extra time.
That is true. He does still need to pick up that book, potentially.
Very true.
And he still has a third sword that is outstanding in Hype Cave, I believe.
But with Swamp being a pendant, ugh. And you've already done Ice Palace. No mirror to put you down there. I don't know how quickly Teto goes there. And AFG is going to pick up Tempered as soon as he goes to the Mire area, which he's probably going to do right after he finishes Ice Palace.
Mire not yielding terribly much for Teto early on.
Oh, one of those Mires you have to dig into, unfortunately. So if there's a small key, he'll go south, otherwise he's probably just going to head back east. Does Teto already have both items?
Yeah, I was about to ask the very same question, actually. I missed the first one, if he does. That action of taking the big key straight to the back here makes me think that he does, but there's also a lot of Mire key logic that I'm not 100% on, so...
Yeah, there's still cutscene chest, big key, or big chest, and boss.
Yeah, my thought if he had only one item at that point would be to at the very least take the big key to the big chest.
I would think so. It's right next to where you got it, so maybe Tato's confident about either having both items or second item being on Vinny.
Teto using the spooky action to zip through the basement of Mire, making it look routine.
AFG having to be a little bit careful, but does have that fairy. Teto takes down Viddy for a hook shot.
Well.
So Teto now needs to get that book. So that should be no mode for us. And that means that Teto is on the clock. AFG is very likely to go from here to Mire. And once he clears that, he's going to be in go mode. If Teto decides to take that hookshot, flute up Death Mountain, check all that, which he's not, he may be in good shape.
Yeah, this race has gotten exceptionally interesting. It could come down to the wire here, even with those early couple deaths.
Okay, crystal number 5, a few moments after crystal number 5 for Teto. And Teto is now in go mode.
Yeah, under 46 minutes in, it's always wild to watch these players just absolutely shred these seeds like this.
Looks like thoroughness is coming back to bite AFG just a little bit. But at the same time, yeah, about 4 minutes away from go mode. So Teto will be entering GT in the next 5 minutes or so. Back of Skull, Hira, done. Yeah, you've got Tempered, you've got Silvers. Teto is in good shape here.
It'll be interesting to see just how thorough AFG is here. Obviously, we know that the item for which he's seeking is on Vidi. But Teto being in go mode can literally just, as you say, take that big key to the back of desert and then head up the mountain and take advantage of Harapot to take that out in no time. So
yeah, this could potentially be a sub 105, even less. Could be a 1 hour seed if GT Big Key plays nice. But that mirror could come back here, so it's interesting. GT routing with no mirror. Oy.
yeah, it happens so infrequently that you get into the seeds, or at least in standard open modes, that when you actually get into those mirrorless seeds, it kind of hits you by surprise.
It almost forces you to either go full right or Hope Room full left. Those are pretty much the only routes that you can comfortably do with no mirror.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense.
If memory serves, I think Teto did a very similar thing in the main tournament. I think he had a sub 1 at one point. Or very close to.
That's pretty wild. Yeah, some of these times, especially in the playoff rounds in this tournament, have been truly outstanding.
Okay, everybody, we're not going to have much time here, so now's about the time. I think it's about time we start a game here. What do you think?
Yeah, it sounds like a plan.
Everybody, get your guesses in chat. 1 to 22. Where's the big key in GT? You probably have 30 seconds.
Unfortunately for AFG, he is being completely thorough and heading to cutscene chest.
Hey chat, last minute guess is 1 to 22. But, oh, he does have to go get that portal ready, I guess, so you have a minute here, you're good.
I didn't even notice that he didn't set up the portal initially.
Yeah, I guess he never had a reason to go to right side Death Mountain. Good knowledge of the game. Oh, there goes the single arrow. But charging into the rock there with your hand, with your bug net out will allow you to catch the fairy immediately.
That's actually something I was not aware of. I tend to go on the wild goose chase for the fairy instead.
Plus no mirror, as chat's pointing out. So yeah, we're so used to people having mirrors, we're not even thinking about that. Yeah.
That's right. It messes with your head.
Thanks, chat. Appreciate you keeping us in line here. Okay, checks 1 and 2 coming up from Teto. Nope, but as expected, Hope Room probably full left all the way to Ice Armos. So for Teto, it kind of sinks here because you got that fairy, but if you find that big key deep enough into the dungeon, you're probably just going to drop it and death warp. If you find your big key here, or even in the room down south, you're probably in good shape, and AFG enters go mode about 5240. But you do get that early big key, so bad news is you got a mirror shield. Good news, you got your big key. That was check number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I want to say. 7 is the winner today. Those started a little early, but not bad. We'll still give credit to Kuzlin. GG to you. Well done. You have our utmost respect, and feel free to create all the seeds you want. ALTTPR.com. That is incorrect, chat. Shields are evil.
So even as fast as this seed has played, and it has been a pretty quick one for sure. If you were in AFG's position here, heading up the mountain with only Hera left, with 54 minutes into the seed, would you feel pretty good about yourself?
It's hard to say. You're like, oh man, all those extra overworld checks I did, Smith Chain, alone as a time investment. You're basically thinking, well, if my opponent died a couple of unfortunate times, or maybe if they did the similar routing, I'm in good shape because routed pretty well, but all that extra overworld checks. So you're probably questioning. You're like, yay, go mode, and I'm about to enter GT at like 56 minutes, but the potential of this seed, I mean, Teto could sub-1 this right now. How about you? How are you feeling?
Oh, I mean, I'd personally be elated, but I'm also not in the round of 16 of this tournament for a reason, and yeah, as you say, you know you're going up against a player who, in Teto, who, as you said, posted exceptional times in the main tournament as well. Finding some of these items that, you know, the hook shot there on Vidi in particular, I think that would probably make you question the overworld thoroughness, but, you know, it's like a double-edged sword, right? And we spoke early about AFG's thoroughness giving him that early advantage, and Teto wound up making it back. AFG finished up Hera with ease for his 7th crystal. He is on the way to GT, but unfortunately for him, Teto has just made mincemeat of the gauntlet and is already on to Moldorm 2 here.
Ooh, got lucky with that spin, but worked out just fine.
And a similar maneuver did not work on Moldorm 1, but it did work here for Moldorm 2. 0 falls on either, so Teto is on his way to the only aggro we're seeing today.
Teto putting on a show to either sub 1 or close to sub 1. Any 7-7 is just wow. Aga 2 not playing kind though. Saying, you want sub 1? Good luck, sir. Good luck. But AFG going the right route though. Right towards that big key. And Teto taking down Aga 2. Gonna have about 2 minutes to take Ganon down in order to sub 1 this. Should be okay. But any issue and that could be dashed. And AFG pulling off the moves, not looting that mirror shield. Well done. Does not quite get the spin hit. Yeah, misses that 1 cycle. Oh, but gets a friendly position on phase 2. On to phase 3 Ganon, no problem, with still under 90 seconds left to get the sub 1.
It's just a remarkable clinic that's been put on by Teto in these last handful of dungeons. Nice warp pattern from Ganon, too.
Yeah, not a whole lot of extra things going on there.
Gonna set up for a potential triple. And
There it is. Well done. Everybody, you know the drill. Get your GGs in chat for Teto. Finishing in if he crosses. Gets that first place victory with a race time .gg time of 59 minutes 26 seconds. Well done.
That's a truly outstanding time, especially when you consider those 3 deaths in Skullwoods, 2 to Moth.
Meanwhile, AFG putting on a show, climbing up the tower.
In his own right, AFG is going to put up a remarkable time and just kind of ran into a buzzsaw in the way that Teto played the end of the seed.
I think my PB for this mode is like 104, so they're both going to destroy that. Okay, we'll see if we can get Teto in here for an interview soon. And I'll definitely have some questions for him, because good grief, he's good. Good return game, please. Yeah, he had a couple of early deaths in Skullwoods. Probably lost about 4 minutes to that alone. If he takes down Mothula and continues that route, he probably does this in 54, 55.
It's mind-boggling to think of. But it's, again, just speaks to the skill and precision in which these high-level players play. I mean, and Teto versus Rob J. Beasley in the quarterfinals is going to be another outstanding matchup.
I agree 100%.
And you made a great point early in the match too, with which I really agree, which is that, you know, both of these players could easily be the tournament champion. Obviously, we see AFG is going to get knocked out here, but I mean, it's again speaks to the quality of this field, that we can look at this round of 16, round of 32, coming down now to the quarterfinals and say any of these players can win.
Yeah, very much so. Well, unfortunate death, but when you know you have a fairy, you're kind of like, little hype from Ganon, that's fine. Everyone deserves a little bit of love. Okay, he's gone now, AFG. You're good. Showing Ganon who's boss. Ooh, sets up a nice shot there. Okay, everybody, let's do it again. GG's in chat for AFG.
A great performance by AFG.
And second place on the stream here with a time of 1:04:22. GG's to both of them. Yeah, finishing with a 1:04 and losing by 5 minutes. You know, your opponent routed like crazy.
Yeah, I really can't fault AFG for his decisions either. Just a different route, and it worked out a little bit better for Teto, but he played incredibly well.
With that, we are now joined by both runners, Teto and AverageFrustratedGamer. GG to both of you.
GG's.
GG, good afternoon, folks. How's everybody doing?
Hey, GG.
So, Teto, question for you.
Yeah, many questions. Let's go for it.
How do you sub won this and die twice at Moth?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like the aggressive mod play didn't turn well, so at this point it's like I gonna skip a lot of things, and it's another point of why did I go back to Hype Cave before Mountain? It's like, oh, those quick 5 checks. My dream was like combine the red bomb with all those shenanigans, like catfish and etc. And at this point, it's like, yeah, I'm feeling so bad. I have to play a pendant, and if I go mountain for the desert access, I would definitely enter Turtle Rock at this point. So it's like, yeah, I go back for checks. I don't know what happened. Everything just wasn't there where I skipped things.
And AFG, your thoroughness, holy moly, do you play a seed usually being this thorough before digging dungeons?
It was really tempting to go straight into the Dark World when the access showed up in CAC, but then that bow showed up and then the flute, and I was feeling pretty good about not hitting the Dark World. But then as things went on and all the dungeons had the things, but basically when Viddy had the hook shot, I was like, uh-oh, I've done too much Overworld. This is not good.
Yeah, early on, your thoroughness actually opened up a little bit more. It looked like it was actually giving you a bit of an advantage, but as you said, like the dungeons held so much key progression that just kept falling in your lap. And Teto played an outstanding match. That's how he was able to catch up even after those couple early bobbles. But you played exceptionally well on your own, though.
Oh, thank you. It does feel a bit bad here. Sub 1 with 2 moth deaths. Holy crap!
It's like
or something wild like that. My God,
it's nothing where your UFG. It's totally normal as you played it. Too many overworld shakes. I mean, I would definitely done the same. It's like just to whatever happened, I just try to cut every corner in this seat possible. I think holy.
That's outstanding.
That's more luck than I ever had in any game. To be fair, it's like it doesn't feel right to win this at no point. And I never said that with so much honestly in my words. It's like, yeah, whatever. It's I don't get it. It's too much luck in one game you could even have. It's a 90 collection rate for like, oh yeah, you did nothing right. That's correct.
Damn, that's wild.
Yes.
Well, that ended up being it, right? I mean, Teto, you get your two deaths at Moth, and then you feel like cutting corners, and your corner cutting is paying off in strides, because you just are going to the overworld checks with the actual items, and suddenly you're going to the dungeons with the items. It just was one thing after another. It was crazy.
I mean, I don't know what would happen if I hadn't died. I mean, I would play the Smith. I might go to at least Hype Cave at this point and turning into the Smith and following nearly the same route. But yeah, I don't know. It's like two items in Eastern, and I don't go for the Eastern Palace big key chest. So those plays. Oh, I saved another 40 seconds with this one. Yeah, all right. So at least half a moth death is currently being captured off. So it's I don't know. That was everything in my mind throughout the whole seat. So like, where can I save those 4 or 5 minutes I lost there? And I was sad that left side swamp wasn't an option to skip in this game. So it's like, yeah, skip everything other reasonable, but still going for the mid checks in Ice Palace because like maybe he went for the overall checks with his early bow and everything else. I don't know.
Did I hear left side swapping? I don't have a mirror. What the hell happened here?
No, if that's a big if. Yeah, it's like where can I?
That were both really fast. Holy crap!
It's like Moonfall or Pedestal this seed, right? Now it's like where could I save time in this seed? And thinking about this and going for where would be my best option to go inside a pendant dungeon, I felt like I have a route and if I skip things accordingly to this one, I might catch up a bit. And I mean, it was a close race in the end by like even 5 minutes. So like, yeah.
Yeah, it was smart to make skips like that. I was trying to think of where I could cut some time as well, and I just never took the initiative to go for it. So the corner cutting certainly was a wise play.
Well, the Maya routing alone was like, wait, did Teto pick up any items? We're just like, I don't know. Why did he skip the big chest? And then it's like, oh, okay, cutscene and big chest skipped. All right, straight to there's go mode. Okay.
Oh, that's wild. That's so wild.
I'm still not sure with the key logic in Maya, but it's like I would definitely skip cutscene, and I'm not sure of the key logic in Maya, but I think there had to be a small key somewhere on those 3 checks. So yeah, with the big key going straight for the boss and hope that's an item, and with the hookshot, everything was all right. Yeah, whatever. It was like I just want to go mode Maya and. I didn't think about collecting items, to be fair, at this point. So maybe 1 or 2. I was like, going Palace of Darkness next. Oh, there's a hook shot. All right, going mountain next. Ah, no mirror. I can't go for the red bomb. Let's go for the 5 quicks in hype cave. It was like one of the situations. If I haven't went hype cave at this point, I would have forfeited right now because I would be like at Twinix.
A 90 clear rate.
Good God.
I think I didn't even have that low rate against Ari. It's a played a 52 or something like that. It's like, yeah, this shows how much luck this was involved here today. I'm really sorry for that. I as I said before, I don't feel very great about this. It's like
Don't feel sorry. Feel good. I mean, this is
I
Rando.
can today.
Sometimes stuff has to go that way, you know. Sometimes you hit all the brakes, and that's what we're doing here, man.
Yeah,
Feel good about it. You took the risks. They paid off. That's the kind of thing you need to do in a 1v1 race, and it paid off big time. I do not begrudge you in any way. That's well done.
Oh, thanks for the kind words, but yeah, it's like I like losing with last locating an item and be like, yeah, I skipped that, but feeling the complete different of that and just
that's an interesting feeling. That's a rare thing to get. So ride that wave because that is fun. That when just everything works out, that is cool.
But it will never work against the pro. So yeah, thanks for the kind words.
Absolutely.
Well, any other thoughts from you two about this slightly jet seed here?
Oh man, well it was a fun tournament. Thank everybody for putting it on. Thank you for the restream. Looking forward to more casual boots tourneys in the future. It's been fun, Teto. Keep rolling. Good luck.
Thanks for the game. I mean, I really appreciate it playing against you. Really great guy, following AverageFrustratedGamer right now. And
thank you.
Exactly.
Follow Teto is cool.
I can't understand you. I'm sorry. I hope we'll see each other again in the ladder or somewhere else in the next tournaments. Really appreciate that game.
Absolutely.
All of these two, everybody. Holy moly. Arya, any last questions for these two?
No, just again, outstanding performance by both of you. AFG, congrats on a great run. Tough to go out on a 104, but you played exceptionally well this tournament. And Teto, best of luck against Rob J. Beasley in the quarters.
Thanks for that. Thanks for commentating and tracking as well. As
Thank you so much. It was a blast.
Thank you both. Well, Arya, I think that's about it from you and me, so I'll take this opportunity. Thank you, Nervin Dolch, for tracking for us. Thank you, Mikan, for the restreaming setup at Arya's Dark. It's been a pleasure as always. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it was awesome, Lana. Happy to finally get to con with you, and yeah, this tournament's been a blast, and this was super fun.
Oh my lord. Everybody, follow these two. Follow my Kokon. Follow our tracker. Just follow everybody. That'll about do it from us. We got all sorts of things coming up all day. It'd take us all day to chat about SpeedGaming's schedule, but we got SG Live stuff going on all day on SpeedGaming through SpeedGaming 6. We just got all sorts of randos. It'd take forever to chat with you about this. So everybody, thanks for hanging out. Follow SpeedGaming through SpeedGaming 6. And we'll be back next time. Have a great rest of your day, everybody.
Bye.